Wife with coworker. Last week I caught my wife engaging in an emotional affair with a coworker. She denies anything physical. Whatever. Pictures, flirty conversations, that she actually sent back to herself to reread. That's how she got caught. This has gone on for 9 months. It's not all her fault. She has dealt with an unhappy man for many years. That doesn't excuse her behavior, but I understand why things unraveled. I neglected her. I didn't pay any attention. We were basically roommates for so long. She played the mother role and I just took her for granted. Her inability to communicate and express her feelings didn't help matters. We have a beautiful toddler. He's our world and our #1 priority. I retaliated. I know, bad. I told her. Our marriage is on life support. I'm not sure I can forgive her. I know my retaliation was due in part to the anger. Almost hoping that doing something stupid in return would allow me to forgive her. It did, for a few hours, and then I went back to hating her for what she did. I'm not sure I can forgive her. Some of her answers lead me to believe that she still has feelings for this scumbag at work. I think it may be time to let go, or as a last resort, see other people. I wonder if seeing other people would give us any clarity on our future or just muddy the waters. Any and all advice is appreciated. I just found this forum last night. I'm so happy it exists and you are all here. Please help. She's remorseful and seems to want to save the marriage but has failed some of my tests. For example, when I threw out maybe we should see other people. She seemed open to it. I then asked her if she would see the guy from work and she said yes. I'm also not sure I want to save it too. There's part of me that does need to reconnect with my old self that I used to know. There's part of me that wants to see other women and experience butterflies again. She also explained that she wants to get what we used to have, way back in college. I told her that I don't think that's realistic. I'm not sure I believe that the butterflies can last forever or return. We're in our mid-30s. I'm on short-term disability now due to my depression but hoping to return to work soon. She has continued working. Her co-worker is not married. He does have a girlfriend, though. She already stated that she won't quit the job. I can't totally disagree with her here. We both have jobs that pay well. Hers is exceptionally well. You have to remember, we have a child, or otherwise I could make that ultimatum. So, for the sake of our child, she needs to keep her job and help support. In regard to your 99% comment, I agree, and I have made that clear to her. I'm no dummy. I'm not going to sit here and take her word at face value. I said, it started with flirty text, then he wanted sex. Obviously the next step is physical. Regardless of if it happened or not, in my mind it has, and that's enough. Comments. Then you have to decide if money is worth more than your marriage. It's up to you. If your material things and is more important to you, then so be it. Her refusing to quit proves that she is not remorseful. Crying a few tears is not remorse because it's just crocodile tears. You are not the first man with be cheated on with kids. I have 2. Divorce to me would mean financial devastation. It would mean foreclosure on the house. Yet I am willing to walk away because I respect myself. If my wife was having a workplace affair, she would quit her job and find another one. There would be no negotiation on that. If she can't find another job somewhere else, then you can basically live as a cuckold because the affair is going to continue. It's your choice if you want to continue to live this way. Then you have to decide if money is worth more than your marriage. It's up to you. If your material things and is more important to you, then so be it. Her refusing to quit proves that she is not remorseful. Crying a few tears is not remorse because it's just crocodile tears. You are not the first man with be cheated on with kids. I have 2. Divorce to me would mean financial devastation. It would mean bankruptcy, foreclosure on the house, etc. Yet I am willing to walk away because I respect myself. If my wife was having a workplace affair, she would quit her job and find another one. There would be no negotiation on that. If she can't find another job somewhere else, then you can basically live as a cuckold because the affair is going to continue. It's your choice if you want to continue to live this way. OP responds, I knew I was throwing my morals away. I made my bed. We have been disengaged for a very long time. We have a number for a therapist but might not even get that far. I'm just not sure I can continue after what she did. It's just so complicated with our child. I hear where you're coming from in regard to her work situation. I just want to make sure my son gets the best care. If I leave my wife, her having no job doesn't help my son. What do I care at that point if she's humping her co-worker? I'll have peace of mind knowing that both of us are financially well off and can give my child the future he deserves. Update. We both decided that we want to attempt to save the marriage. I am setting up a therapist for us tomorrow, and each day we will have to work on ourselves as individuals and our relationship. I know that I have to take control of my life and be healthy physically and mentally. We'll let the process run its course and hope for the best. The job makes the situation so much more complicated. I'm hoping we can get into therapy ASAP to go over this topic especially. As hard as it is, I think it's worth the money since we have a toddler and 10-plus year relationship. but I'll be damn sure to be getting in tip-top physical and mental shape. I'm going to be a better, stronger person regardless. Her job, or other man, is apparently more important than our marriage is the message she's sending me. We met with the MC and the MC, told me to put the work situation on the back burner. Like, really? WTF. Update. I've finally had enough and put my foot down. I told her that I will not put the job issue on the back burner as the MC had asked. I told my WS that I will not spend any more money or time until leaving her job is on the table. She said it is not. Time to move forward. Friends, the WS is coming back to the house tonight. The current plan is that she will be under the same roof during the week until we sort things out and to help transition our son slowly. Of course, we will be sleeping in different rooms. I'm trying to follow the 180. I read and reread, but I'm still not entirely sure how I should behave towards the WS. Am I supposed to be happy and pretend like everything is jolly? Or am I supposed to be really terse? Number 12 and 14 of the 180 is what leads me to my question. 12. Be cheerful, strong, outgoing and independent. 14. When home with your spouse, if you usually start the conversation, be scarce or short on words. Don't push any issue, no matter how much you want to. Being cheerful but scarce on words. I guess I take that as, be very cheerful for my son, in this situation but basically ignore the WS. My depression affected her greatly, make no mistake. Though she's not right for the affair, I do have some sympathy due to all the years she dealt with a husband who was depressed. My dad's suicide, and struggled with work. Social anxiety. She never once said that our marriage was on the brink of failure. Stupid me, I was asleep behind the wheel all these years. She kept it all inside these years. If only she had communicated to me, we could have avoided this mess. I would have been terribly hurt but respected her if she came to me and said things aren't working. I don't know why she felt cheating was the answer. Especially when she just wanted me to be happy. Well, way to go and do the worst possible thing ever. I put all my trust in you and it's gone. All gone. We have a beautiful little boy and now he's going to grow up seeing mommy and daddy on different days. Bullcrap. The plan right now is to alternate sleeping areas. One night she gets the king-sized bed and I get the couch. This morning was her first sign of weakness since I started the 180 a few days ago. She mentioned how bedtime was really hard for her and having dreams about me coming to bed. Since our couch is pretty darn comfortable, I'm thinking maybe it would be better for me to just stay there and let her have the bed. I'm thinking psychologically, as she's already shown, it's more hurtful. Since that's where we slept, I want her to experience those things without me. Update. A few days ago, I finally heard what I wanted to from her. She said she would find another job if we reconciled. We had a couple of really good days. I was putting in 110%. I think she was as well. Then last night she returns from her second IC glum. She says things like, I don't know who I am, leaving my job is going to be hard, leaving my friends at my job will be hard. These are things a BS does not want to hear. I translate all of this to, I'm not sure if I want to be with you. My job is more important than my family. The friends at my job are more important than my family. Back to separation and the 180. I told her we need to separate and she needs to understand the consequences of her actions. She currently does not. I believe she justifies her actions because of all the years I was depressed and created an unhappy household. She didn't refute it. She even had the nerve to ask me why I couldn't get an apartment during the separation. Hello, we own a house and my name is on the mortgage. Dummy. I'm not leaving. The arrangement currently is that she will stay at her parents' house on the weekends. We'll live under the same roof on the weekdays and sleep in separate rooms. I told her that during our separation, we do not need to know where the other person is going, only times leaving, return that involve our son. I also made it clear that I am not waiting while she finds herself. I cannot guarantee I will welcome her back with open arms when, if she figures things out. But whatever, I told her last night that I had contacted a lawyer. She broke down. I'm willing to give her an honest shot at our funny what the L word will do to the WS, a real wake-up call. Don't hate me. It's painful and seems unfair that I have to rise above, that I hold the key to 3 lives, my wife, son, and myself. But I have to give it an honest effort to see if I can overcome and if she can be the wife I deserve. Comments. I've been there and done what you are proposing to do. Now I'm out of it. I can see the wood for the trees. You still love her. Hell, part of me still loves mine. But, before I was always desperate to have her back no matter what she did. I was always chasing the bit. The history that was fantastic about us but at the expense of her being in control of us because of my need, my desperation to think I could put her right that she could change this side of her nature. She couldn't. Usually sadly they don't. Many people on here will think you are being obviously stupid and will shout and regale you for it. I won't regale you for it. I still think you are being stupid, but I do understand the power. The pull of one's heart. In a sense, like me, you need to find out for yourself that it will never work after such a transgression, such betrayals. You are, and vast experience, making a dreadful mistake, and I do expect you to return here in maybe a year's time with more tales of a new ending, but we do understand it is your mistake to make and only you can make it. I wish you the best of luck, as you will need every ounce of it, and ultimately, I hope you can prove us me wrong and stick it out and succeed with a reconciliation. OP responds. She continues to deny any physical affair. I have to press the job issue and make sure she's on board with that. I also need transparency with these devices. Last night she wanted to show me a family picture. Or so I thought. Her phone was nearby. So, I said, "Are you going to show me?" She took her phone and did a stealth 360 while she unlocked it and jumped straight to the photo app. I wanted to jump on her then and there, but I didn't want to stir the pot so late. I can't risk being a mess and not going to work. I may just ambush her this morning before work now that I'm a little more rested. I ambushed her this morning before work on 2 hot topics: her leaving the job and giving up the passwords to her devices. Job, she was defensive. She said that it's a trust issue, and so, her leaving wouldn't change anything. Phone, device passwords. Again, she was defensive. She told me it was controlling of me to expect her to hand over her phone and let me in. Lol, somebody got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Again, I even gave her several chances. I spoke calmly the entire time. I said, if I walk out that door and go to work, in my mind, you still have contact with the OM, are you sure you want this? She stood her ground. I told her I'm sorry and that I have to move forward with the separation. We are in agreement on the major topics. We will get a mediator or a lawyer to hash out all the terms. I will find an apartment and she will likely buy me out of the house. I'm happy today. I finally feel that I can get off this roller coaster crap storm and begin a new life. She knows I've contacted a lawyer. Game over. Can't believe she turned it on me and called me controlling. It's called barriers. You don't put those up in a marriage. The only barriers you put up are the ones to keep others from entering. She failed. Honestly, at this point, I'm ready to move on. I'll find someone who I can trust and who will love me like I love them. This morning I gave her several chances. I said, if I walk out that door and go to work, in my mind, you are still talking to the OM and it's over. She let me walk. Tomorrow is our first session with the mediator to get the paperwork going. Oh, and after today's first session with the lawyer, I remove her and her family from Facebook and change my relationship status. Hello, ladies. Story 2. Wife wants to move out alone. Help, I don't want to lose her. You have in front of you another heartbroken husband. My story is long and complicated, but I'll try to make it short. First of all, sorry if my English is not so good, it's not my mother tongue. We are together for 9 years. We were high school lovers, and after that we decided to move in together. Now I am 25 and she is 24. Last year in August we had the civil wedding, and this year in September we had planned the rest of the wedding. Religious plus party. 2 years ago, we had a tough moment. We canceled our first planned wedding. Things were almost without hope. I became a very unsure person, always doubting the fact that she loves me. Always when we had a fight I was ending in crying and blaming myself all the time, and much more were wrong, generally all coming from the insecure me. She felt that I can't handle myself or anything else since we moved in together. She felt she has to do everything, and we agreed that it's not a good moment for wedding. I realized then that I'm not the man I want to be and I can't continue on that path. I went to counseling, toughened up myself, got another vision about life, and felt for the first time like a new man. And yes, I've done it for myself, but for our relationship too. I realized how much I love her. Changes came soon and she absolutely loved the new me. We gave a new chance for our relationship. Time passed, all going okay, and we had the civil wedding last year in August. Since then, problems appeared, money problems, communication problems, sex problems appeared again. Rarely sleeping together. I loved and loved her more than words, and feel that I got myself so wrapped up in all the problems with the job, bills and so on that I forgot to show her my love the way she deserved. I also became a part of a routine and forgot to enjoy life as it should. I was attentive from time to time, a rose, a bubble bath, etc. Near her when she needed a friend, cuddling, had good time together. It wasn't perfect, but I thought love will keep us united no matter how hard it is. In the last 3 months I felt her more distant, wanting to talk less about her problems at work or any other kind of problems. Not so implicated in the preparations for our wedding party. The problem is that I didn't realize what was wrong then. I realize this now, looking back. I still can't imagine how I let this happen. During these 3 months, I felt something was wrong but couldn't realize what it is. If only I had opened my eyes to see my suffering wife better. It was the middle of May when we had a fight about money. I didn't trust her regarding the use of a certain sum of money. I thought she used them for something else and was hiding that from me. But I was wrong, and never accused her of deceiving me until then. That was the catalyst for her. She was angry with me almost all time after that. I apologized, didn't matter. She left for a week to visit her parents. When she came back still mad. I was beginning to be unsure and afraid again. I didn't know how to react anymore and my confident self disappeared. Agony, and a part of the old me was back again. Had one episode of despair in one night and tried to provoke her to speak with me, giving me the silent treatment all this time, but failed and I just began crying and couldn't stop. It was awful. The next morning, I felt that I was deep down in the abyss of despair and back. She spent more and more time with her friends, getting home late into the night, but always telling me before she's going to be late. I had moments when I thought she was cheating me, but I never accused her of this. I believed and still believe it was all in my head and consequence of insecurity. We had a talk and she told me that I wasn't there for her, that she felt invisible, not trusted and not loved. She pointed all the negative things she could find in me and our relationship, ignoring completely the good parts. She told me that she doesn't know what she feels and wants anymore. I told her that I love her and that I never wanted for her to feel that way. I always tried to be there for her. I asked why she didn't tell me anything before and let all this pile up. She said that after 9 years I should know what she needs. I believed she was happy, but I was so wrong. I cried that night. 3 weeks ago, she moved to one of her friends. Since then, she came back from time to time only to take some things. I became desperate of losing her, became pushy and tried a lot of romantic things, flowers, surprises, but nothing worked. I was losing patience sometime, sending text messages constantly, phoning her, begging her to come back, telling her how much I miss her and that I love her greatly and I will change, that our marriage can be different if we want it to work out. Last Friday she told me that she wants to move out and stay alone. She told me that she wants the rest of the wedding, religious plus party, canceled. I asked her if she feels anything for me anymore. She didn't give a direct answer. I told her that I will respect her decisions but I will not give up fighting for her. I was thinking the worst case scenario. I did the mistake to ask her, if you don't love me anymore, look into my eyes and just tell me. She said she is afraid to do that because she is afraid of how I will react. She said that I am right, it needs to make things work out. I felt that she is just giving up. When I asked her if she wants to divorce, she said that I'm going too far. After that talk I sent her some text messages telling her I don't want to lose her and asking her if she really doesn't feel anything anymore for me. If she really doesn't miss anything from what we had, if she won't be sorry and so on. Tried to call her. Like always, no answer. After that, she closed her mobile phones all this weekend. She sent me only one message. Please stop. I don't like to keep my phones closed all the time. From that moment I stopped. That was Sunday. I realized I was just repeating myself and insisting so much it's bothering her. Took a good look into the mirror and realized I've been a crybaby again in the last weeks. I realized that I was looking at the man from 2 years ago. And that's just not me. That scared me and was my catalyst. I know it's been only 3 days since then, but I'm feeling a little bit more confident and quit finding her with text messages and calls. That's no way to show respect and love. Today we met for a couple of minutes and she told me that she searched and found a place to stay and I should do that too. Currently we stay in a flat. Not ours. We pay rent. I can't handle paying it all alone. I told her that I realized I wasn't also a good friend for her and let her down when she needed more understanding, and that I know that things I've said and done at some point, or things that I haven't said or done, made her suffer. She told nothing and she left. I know her. If she's decided to do something, she will do it. She rarely admits she is wrong and rarely changes her mind on something. She is kind of an inflexible person regarding these things. Thank you for reading my entire story. I am sure that I didn't cover all the details, but feel free to ask if you consider something relevant. I love her greatly. No, let me put it in another way. I haven't been the best husband, but I am in love with her and I don't want to lose her. But I can't force her to stay either. All I always wanted is for her to be happy, but it hurts to know that I couldn't make her happy and feel loved until now. I believe with all my heart that we can be happy together. But I wonder if I'm the only one that believes in that anymore. We talked at the phone today for a couple of minutes. She has decided to leave. We agreed that we'll meet Sunday morning to talk. I asked myself all day what to ask and tell her when we'll meet. It's going to be painful for me. I'm thinking to tell her I understand that she wants to move out and be alone. For how much I don't know. I feel that it's a way in which I can show my respect for her and my love. She was always an independent person, not liking to rely on nobody. She had a tough childhood, having to take care of everything and everyone all the time. And I haven't made it easy for her either, all this year. I feel that she wants this badly, to be on her own. She wanted to move 2 years ago also, when we had our previous fight, but decided to stay. I blame myself now. I feel I was selfish then. I should have realized that she needed that badly. Maybe letting her live alone for a while back then would have prevented this happening now. I don't know if in her mind this a definite breakup is or just wants some time with herself and to see how it is to life on your own. I want to ask her why she wants to move alone. I always assumed why she wants this, but never got a straight answer from her. She just told me, I'm fine like this. I want to stay alone. Never told me if she needs time to find out what she really feels and wants or if she just wants out the relationship forever. Is it a good idea to ask this now? I want to ask her where I stand now in her eyes. Does she feel anything for me anymore? Do I have a chance to win her heart back? What does she feel about our marriage? She just wants to move alone or wants divorce? Is it a good idea to ask these things now? I really don't want to duck this up more than it already is. I want a chance to win her back. When we rented the apartment we lived in until now, it was empty. Absolutely all that's here, it was bought by us. Like I said, I can't afford to live here alone. It's too expensive to pay the rent alone. There are 3 options. The first is her to move out and for me to move out too. But what will happen to all the things we have here? Financially, we're not so good. Bad for now, but we've been worse, and splitting and transporting all this is a real pain. The second option is for her to move out and for me to find somebody to live here with me, thinking about my brother, and share the costs. And the third option is for her to stay and find somebody to stay with her, one of her friends, and for me to leave. As hard it is for me to say this, but I think this last option is the best. I don't have many things to take with me, compared with her. But I don't know if she will accept to stay in the place where we lived until now together or if she will want to stay with someone. What do you think? What's the best way? Like I said, I want to take the best decisions. I really miss her. I miss all that we had together, all the moments we shared. I miss her voice, her smile. I miss all the things that made me fall in love with her. I think about her all day and it's hard to concentrate on my work or anything else. Every day I come back home, I have a moment when I imagine that she'll be there waiting for me when I'll open the door. Me hugging her and kissing her lips. Or when I wake up in the morning and for a second, I believe she's next to me, but I'm all alone in the bed. It hurts so much. She's the woman I'm in love and I would do anything to make her happy. I do feel that in her heart maybe it's not the flame it uses to be, but a spark it's there, and if I could only light up the fire again. I don't want to lose her forever. I would really like to at least have a chance to try to make her fall in love with me again and fight for what I feel and believe in. We had so many special and beautiful moments. I want to show her that these moments could be again. But I also feel that now it's not the moment and it's something else. She needs time, patience, and understanding. I really hope it's this and it's not the end from her point of view. In the last days I really tried to be as rational as I can be and not emotional. I have moments like this when I just let it go for a moment. I'm afraid that being emotional will cloud my judgment and make me say something or take decisions that I'll regret later. Also, I try to take care of me the same way I did until now and rebuild my confidence. I need this for whatever is waiting for me in the future. Letting her go on her own, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. 1 week later, we met on Sunday. It was a calm, friendly talk, first time when I felt more confident and calmer. We smiled, chatted about some things and also talked about us. I asked why she wants to move out. I kind of received the same answer as before, because she wants this badly and that. Yes, I was right. This idea stayed in her mind all this time since we had our last big fight 2 years ago. She just wants to live on her own, and that's the desire in front of which all is fading now. Also, said she feels that this road we started walking together, it's near its end. She said that in the last 4 months she didn't felt like we were a couple anymore, and that is also a reason for her decision. It was futile for me to try to argue her, give reasons and underline that she compares bad 4 months with many years when all was better. I said that I won't bring up about divorce if she doesn't. She said nothing and changed the subject. She said she does not want to put rules and that each is free to do what he thinks right for the next period. Said that she can't impose to me anything, including dating other women. Since she started all this, said that she simply can't request from me to just sit and wait until she figures out what she really wants from life. I still don't know what to think about this. If this is some kind of small ray or hope or not. Also, it was a small emotional moment, because she said that she is proud of me that I'm taking care of myself in this period. And her eyes got a little watery. Mine too, a little. But nobody cried. We just looked into each other's eyes and smiled. I had a warm, cozy feeling for a moment. Been a long while since she gave me a compliment. We talked about what we're going to do in the next weeks. About her plan to move and where she'll stay and other details. It was a good talk, like between two good friends. When I asked her what happened to us that we got in this situation, she said she simply doesn't know. We said goodbye with a smile on our lips. I still don't know if she leaves because she doesn't believe that things can be different, or if she is not feeling in love with me anymore. Or maybe she just wants to be alone for a while and try to figure out what she feels and wants, and for me to understand. It's still a blur for me here. Still couldn't get straight answers from her and know what she feels about me now. I was thinking to just leave her space out of patience in the next 2 months and try to contact her after that. And then maybe I'll see if she wants to give our relationship another chance. I really feel we deserve another chance. We had so many moments when we were simply brilliant together, and yes, I'm in love with her. And yes, despite it all, I feel and will feel that for me she is that special. unique woman that I want to have beside me and make her happy for the rest of my life. I can't be mad or angry on her. I just try to understand her. Yesterday I found out what I didn't want to be true. She is with another man, a work colleague. And this is happening exactly from the time all this madness started, 2 months ago. She was in the apartment to take some of her things. When I came back from work, she was already gone. I turned on the PC and when I wanted to log on to my Gmail account, it was her username and password typed in there. So she checked her emails while being here. I just pushed the sign in button and saw a lot of romantic and passionate emails between them, how much they love each other and her waiting to spend the night at his place and so on. And they did more than exchange emails. I'm speechless. I wanted to give the space and time I thought she needed and she cheated on me. And after more than 9 years together and almost a year of marriage she does this. I'm not mad at her. It just hurts as hell. There were signs, but I was always saying to myself it's just the paranoid me and I have to trust her. Yeah, right? And she was the one speaking about trust and all that crap in the last 2 months. Now she doesn't even want to answer my calls. I sent her a message and told her that I know and to at least have the courage to talk to me. Not a chance. I feel she has no excuse for this. As bad as we were in the last 4 months, she had no right to do this to our relationship. To me, I would have preferred the simple truth, not lies and deceit. And I was even hoping that we have a small change to take it all from scratch again. Like I said, I feel speechless. I never thought it will end like this. Is this the end? I can't describe what's in my soul. I don't hate her. I can't. I still feel that I love her. It just hurts more than words can explain. We met yesterday and talked. She told me that she didn't want me to find out this way and that she wanted to tell me about the OM after she would have moved out completely. Told me that the initial idea was to be alone for a while and move out alone, but in these 2 months this guy appeared and they've fallen in love with each other. Yeah, right. And this guy appears exactly in the most emotionally unstable moment of her life. What a coincidence. I'm just guessing that they flirted a while before or he waited and acted at the right time. Said she didn't felt happiness anymore and that she didn't know anymore how it is to love. And that the OM makes her happy and feels she loves and is loved again. It even didn't matter for her that the last year was the toughest for us. Yes, including financially. And that's why I admit I neglected some aspects of our relationship. Always being worried how to survive 1 month to another and forgot how to just enjoy the moment and to make her feel loved and happy. But that didn't mean that I loved her less. We're both guilty here. I didn't know to see the signs of her unhappiness and she didn't know how to communicate better how she was feeling. She preferred a new relationship to feel those first sensations of falling in love again than to fight and stick together and try to make things work. I really think she stopped believing in us at some point, and after that falling out of love was the next step. She admitted she just wants to be selfish and wants to think only about her own happiness now. I really feel this is the opposite of loving someone. I'm mad and it hurts even more because it's not just an ordinary affair. She feels she has fallen in love and wants to move out with him after just a month of relationship. And all that we had, it's just thrown out to the garbage. She just throws herself in another relationship right away instead of just having a break for a while and working on herself. Instead of trying to see how it is life on your own. Why the hell she even married me in the end? When she said yes a year ago, I really thought that we will be together no matter how hard it will be and that both of us will be fully committed to make it work because we love each other. When I decided to marry her, I was more than 100% sure that she is the one for me. I really thought she felt the same way. I told her that I hope that one day she will realize what she just lost and gave up, and that she will never understand how much I loved her and was willing to sacrifice for us, for her. I really thought that all the moments we shared together in these 9 years created something unique between us and a bond that will never be broken. I really thought that we will stick together no matter how hard it will be in some moments. I was in this with all my heart and fully committed. I acknowledge my mistakes and always I tried to correct myself and to make it work, because that's what you do when you're in love. No, but I feel I was the only one. I told her that I would have appreciated her sincerity and to just tell me the truth. Not lies and deceit. I told her that I feel she had no respect for me and for all our relationship and what we had by choosing to cheat. I really, though, all we had meant more for her. So, from her point of view, it's over between us. Or so she says. Who knows what's really in her mind and what she really feels. She told me that the actual relationship with the OM began after she moved out. Said that she would have never cheated on me with us living together. She said that the initial plan was to just move out alone. I don't know what to think about this. If she says the truth or not, just not to hurt me even more. I sent her an email in which I told her that I know we messed up and many things went wrong between us and couldn't fix them until now. Trust and communication issues sometimes, and sex. We had big problems here, sometimes months without sex since we moved in together 5 years ago. Sometimes it was okay. As much as I tried to be attentive, romantic, etc., it just didn't work from her part many times, and we are both attractive physically. We talked often about this but no results, and she was very frustrated about this even if I was always understanding and patient. But don't get me wrong, we had loving, attentive, romantic, great moments all the time. Only when it was about actual sex it was a problem for her. I also mentioned that in high school all was great. We had absolutely no sex problems back then, but that doesn't mean it wasn't love. It sure was and is still from my part. And also we had great moments in all these years, and that our relationship really was something special for the both of us. That's why we decided to get married. I simply adore her personality, and also the way she looks. And the way she always handled tough situations. Her simple presence always made feel great, and we were a great team together. Been through many bad moments, but we remained together and always found solutions to everything. I really felt she is the woman I wanted by my side forever. Told her that from my point of view it's never too late to give ourselves another chance if feelings still exist between us. Told her that I was a fool because I made her feel ignored in the last months, and I am very sorry for being blind in the last months. Told her that I know we both made mistakes and many things were lost on the road, including passion. But lost things can also be found again. It doesn't mean they disappeared completely. Told her I know that she wasn't selfish and that love and commitment were from her part too. Until one point. I know that she made compromises too, and that she put herself second place too when needed. Told her I realized that maybe she wasn't 100% emotionally involved in the last months, and that's why getting involved in a new relationship, where she could find the missing pieces from our puzzle, was easier for her. Told her it hurts more that she can imagine, but I'll try not to blame her for this. Because all that happened, it's a consequence of all the things gone wrong between us. Because we weren't able to see, talk and find solutions for our problems when it really mattered. Told her that both of us feel pain, of that I am sure, either she will admit it or not. And that's because once we were both in love with each other. And I believe she still has feelings for me despite all that happened. Told her that for the moment I will not take any decision regarding divorce. Because I feel it's not something relevant or a priority for me now. If she will consider otherwise, it's her choice. It's been 3 days since I sent her that email. Absolutely no answer from her. I don't know what to do from now on. Should I try to get in contact with her anymore or just let be? I know what I feel and believe in, and I don't want to give up on this relationship so easily. I know she messed up really bad, but I also feel that what we had can still be recovered, salvaged. But the problem is that, for the moment, I don't think she feels that way. The question is, do I have a chance? Or just let her be to realize by herself if she will want to get back to me or not. 1 month later. It's been a while since I posted here. It's been a month since I've moved out alone. We had a last talk at the end of July. Failed to keep that short, got emotional, tried to force answers from her. Didn't went too well. Since then, it's been a month with absolutely no contact. During this time, I focused on myself, my work, my friends, hanging out more with them. Also, I'm going through different kind of moments constantly. Sadness, sometimes being angry about all this, thinking about her, us. And what went wrong, what went well. But I think I'm doing pretty fine, considering all that happened. I mean, I was expecting to be more confused and lost. But no anxiety. No panic attacks, not crying my heart out, just some tears here and there. But I guess that's okay. Not afraid to be alone. In fact, many good parts in being on myself, kind of like it. Also, it's weird because I really didn't feel to text or call her. I'm feeling that nothing from what I could say now could change something. All what it had to be said was said. I would do nothing more than just repeat myself. And I don't like doing that. I'm trying to regain my self-esteem, my self-confidence, to handle every day of my life without relying on someone. Also, I'm trying to communicate and socialize better. Being more relaxed and learning to have fun again. I really feel that in these 9 years, I really haven't evolved the way I wanted. But life goes on and we learn from our mistakes. I received a text message from her yesterday saying happy birthday, being my birthday. I thanked and asked her how she is. Said she's on a business trip. Told her to drink a glass of wine for me too, for our good, special moments we had together. And there were a lot of them. And for today, last year on the 28th of August we got married. Regarding the divorce, I told her, when we had that last talk a month ago, that I'll not do something I do not want and feel like doing. It's been a month since then and I stick to my opinion. Any divorce proceedings should be started by her. After all, she's the one who said that wants out. Not me. I'll just wait till we'll meet again. No plan, no nothing. I'll just wait and see what happens. Depending on that, I'll take further decisions. 1 month later, yesterday she called me. I wasn't expecting that. She wants us to meet and talk next week. I agreed to that. I'm pretty sure it's about divorce. Really don't think she has anything else to say. We managed to have a couple of minutes of friendly talk at the phone. I guess it's okay that we are still able to do that. Of course, I had my smile on my face during that short talk. Really don't want her to feel or see me otherwise. The idea that I want to send to her is simple. I'm doing great, with or without you. I wanted to feel wonderful besides you, but because you chose otherwise. I will feel great even without you, and I'm going to repeat this to myself until I'm going to feel and believe in it. Don't feel like I have something to prove to her. Only want to prove myself that I can get a hold of my emotions and be calm when I'm going to meet her this week. I guess it's kind of a test. In 9 years, we had our ups and downs. Now that I think of it, a lot more ups. But I guess we weren't bulletproof, and sometimes it takes only one bullet to put you down. Yeah, I want to remember only the good and wonderful moments we had together. Sure were plenty of those. I know where I went wrong and assume responsibility for my part, and not the feeling of guilt. I don't feel guilty for anything. I always tried to love and make her happy the best way I knew, and it was full commitment from me. All the time. The saddest part for me, it's that feeling that it could have been different. But I guess it takes two to think that way to really be something different. My comment: OP, you can't change the past. Stay focused on the present. That's where people have a hard time accepting. Once you can accept that, then you can really move forward. Do you guys agree with me? Comment down and keep learning.